The Young and the Restless revealed that recently, the writer is focused on exploiting a lot of plots revealing and revolving around Chloe. Everyone knows that she is the heir and daughter of Esther. Although she's not the main character in a certain plot, her broadcast level has increased significantly recently. Perhaps in the coming days more interesting things will happen, which will probably involve her family. Chloe recently recommended a dating app to Esther and hopes she can find her own happiness here. Chloe always hopes for the best for her mother, and of course Esther didn't turn down her daughter's offer. She quickly became acquainted with Dwight on it, and the two even went on a date in real life. From what they knew, it was possible that Dwight and Chloe's long-lost father. Besides, Esther also had a one-night stand with the man named Tiny, and surprisingly Chloe was pregnant soon after. However, after the night, the two of them never saw each other again, and even mentioned each other. With the support of relatives and close friend Catherine, Esther successfully gave birth and raised Chloe into a human. The two of them spent a happy life together. But what will happen when Tiny comes back and wants to be with them to make up for it? It seems that there's a plot that will become extremely attractive. Everything seems to have turned out the way we expected. However, one thing Esther won't be able to recognize, Dwight, is a Tiny because it's 39 years the two of them haven't seen each other since that night. Even Chloe has never met her father, so things can turn out according to a difficult situation. If the writer let the plot happen like that, surely Chloe will have a story of her own here. She will no longer depend on what Chelsea's story revolves around. When the truth is made clear, how will Esther and Chloe on this side react? Because they've gotten used to each other's side after all. They would probably be annoyed that Tiny pretended to be Dwight to come see them. However, they also wonder what Tiny has been up to all this time, as well as why he hasn't contacted them until now. Dwight will probably need time to connect with the two of them. He's also the one at fault in this story, after all. He may want to make up for Chloe for not being able to grow up with her, but whether or not Chloe will forgive her father, what will happen in the near future? However, whether his return this time has any other plot or not, fans wonder if Esther and Chloe will accept his presence in their lives. It's likely that what Dwight was aiming for was the great fortune they were inheriting. Esther always runs into bad men, so whether Dwight is that situation or not, it will have a serious impact on Chloe's life. Because after all, she always craves attention from her father, so she could put her trust in the wrong person and get hurt unnecessarily. Chloe certainly wouldn't be able to accept her father's return just for the sake of her father's property. After all, what they expect is a perfect family.